What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103, and welcome to the first stream. As Barcelona being the best team in the world on current form, you absolutely love to see it. We are here for episode 5 of the Blaugrana and Parisiens. I'm here with my boy PSG Int, and today we're going to be having a cookfest on Real Madrid. It is going to be a lovely, beautiful stream ahead of the Ballon d'Or ceremony later on today. I actually don't even know what to start with. What do you think? Should we go to the game? Should we talk about the news today?
It's either we go from the beginning to the end, or we go from the end to the beginning.
Okay, let's start with the beginning then. So, of course, we talked about in the last stream on your channel that Barcelona and PSG had big weeks coming up in the Champions League and the league. I guess we can start off with Barcelona a little bit, just to kind of a refresher, then we can dive into PSG, since the majority of people here will know about the Barcelona side of things. First off, 4-1 against PSG. You were doing a hate watch, which, I think you were on both sides, not really favoring one side or the other. But let me know your thoughts on the game and Barcelona's performance. I want to ask you as well, just quickly, do you think that Barcelona dominated the game as people are portraying?
I don't know. Look, there is this Pep dominating of game. Pep dominating of game is having like a lot of XG, a lot of passes and everything. But for me, Barca like tactically won that game because they won it the perfect flick style, and Bayern couldn't counter against that. Like, so for me, the game was always in your like favor. Even in the first half, especially the first like 30 minutes, you were struggling a bit, especially after scoring that early goal. You were a bit comfortable, but you managed to survive. That's something that people are not propping Barca for, because that's, for example, why you failed last season or years before, because you couldn't survive that storm against Liverpool. Couldn't survive the storm. Roma couldn't survive the storm. The pressure was just too much
You
against
last
Bayern.
season.
You against PSG. So this time you survived the pressure, you survived all of that. I've seen so many people trying to take away prop from Barca, and I'm someone that would love to take away prop from Barca, but I can't. I can't, because Barca did exactly what they wanted to do: play high line, have position, maybe not have position, be clinical, and be very direct from counterattacks. As so, yeah, no, it was a perfect flick masterclass in my opinion.
I guess I can definitely agree with that. That was a flick masterclass because his game plan in the end won Barcelona the game. But I don't feel like Barcelona, dominated the game in a comfortable fashion. I think after the hour mark, we were comfortable. We were cruising. Bayern didn't touch the ball. They had a few chances that weren't even close. But like you mentioned, the first half an hour was cagey. Barcelona were just like hanging on a thread, surviving that Kane goal. If you look at my reaction to the Kane goal, I wasn't phased because it was so inevitable. And everything in my head was just PSG last season, PSG last season. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was telling it to the chat as well during the live stream. But after that half an hour spell, we all of a sudden just clicked. Got comfortable. We started holding possession. In that 30 minutes, Mo, I don't even think we had possession for like 3 seconds. We got the ball, Inaki Peña long ball. We got the ball, Kubarsi long ball, Indigo long, whatever it was. Yeah. And then after that, I just think we were so clinical. I think we had 6 chances in the game, and we scored 4 of them. I think that was the real, be-all and end-all. But I just think that, and like I told you on the stream as well last week, winning that game was going to give the team confidence and momentum going into the Clasico. Because I've seen so many times we lose that midweek game or we draw and we have the Clasico on the weekend, we lose. But when we win that midweek game, whether it's against La Liga team or a Champions League team in a big game, we have the Clasico, we end up getting the result. And I'm happy to say that I was right again. But for Bayern Munich, the only thing that really actually annoyed me was the celebrations afterwards. I'm not really a celebration police kind of guy. But they were going to like the chanting section. They were dancing and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, like this is a bit much. And then people were hooking me on X, say like, oh, we haven't beaten Bayern in so long, blah 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 blah. Let them have the moment. Okay, I'm like, yeah, okay, you can celebrate, but like, if we're like qualifying to the next round or something like that, then sure, I would have no problem with it. But it's still the group stages. It's still like, we could still end up getting knocked out. So I wasn't all over the moon with that. But then a day later, you played in the Champions League. And you're not looking too good, man. I told you this. I said, PSG, best case scenario, they're finishing in that round 32 spot. And now I'm thinking, they might not even qualify.
No.
Talking about that PSV video. To be honest, I didn't watch it. I only watched the second half. I was just trolling you the whole time you're streaming, if I'm being honest. Um, because I think the Real Madrid game was on at the time as well, so I was kind of watching both, and I was just trolling you in your stream. But let me know what
Yeah.
your thoughts on the game for the people who don't know.
I mean, we created enough to win. Dembele missing two gigantic
Welcome to
chances.
the boost, by the way.
Salah.
Welcome to the boost. This is the shit that I put up with for 7 years. He'll have a good week where he gets 2 assists and a goal. The next time he'll miss like 5 open nets. This is the dumb boost you signed. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm calm. I'm calm. I'll give it more time. But yeah, I mean, we created enough, but I still didn't think we played enough good football. I mean, it's against PSV. PSV were garbage. I think they had 2 shots on target.
They're
the
a
entire
decent
game
little
or
team
something.
though. They didn't play that well. I agree with you, but they're like a low key kind of
I know, but-
good team. Like okay team.
Yeah, but they were missing like their 2 best players in Vermeer and Schouten. They're 2
Mhm.
midfielders. So from the get go, I knew that we should have beaten them. But like all of that top 24 thing, I'm not worried at all, because Salzburg, that should be at least, maybe that's a game I can say it's 100% 3 points, and then we only need what, like
I mean,
1 or
you
2
said that
points for
about
the other
PSV,
game.
did you? Park, it's at the park. PSG,
I know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
but I'm confident of making
with the
top
draw that you
24.
got, because I saw you when the draw came out who PSG got, and you were excited because you're one of those fans that love the big games, which I respect. I love the big games too, but when they matter, not early on in the season. I want as easy as possible. And you're saying this is what I live for, blah 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 blah. When I saw that draw, I'm thinking first in my head, PSG, if they finish in that round 32 spot, that's a W. I don't know where you are exactly in the table. Actually, let me just check. But I mean,
17th, maybe.
so you're just in it. Yeah, you're 19th, so you're just in it. But then again, you play Bayern, who need points because the Bayern are actually below you on 3 points. Atletico, who are looking fucking stinky. Oh, I don't know if you watched the game yesterday with Betis. Oh, madre mia, they are the worst big team I've seen this season. But I don't know, man. If you don't win against Salzburg, holy shit. Oh, and I think you have 4 games left. Atletico, Bayern, City, Salzburg, and there's one more. What's the
No,
other one?
5. It's Stuttgart. That's a
Stuttgart.
tough game. It's away.
Yeah, Stuttgart are like the Girona of Germany this season. Yo, it's looking peak for PSG, man. I don't know. I think if you don't
Now,
win,
you know what? Because we have such a young squad, I like that we get tested this much, because this will make them just mature even more.
so
But
basically,
Lucho is a fraud, though.
who's a fraud? Oh, Lucho.
Yeah, yeah.
But would you? So I'll ask you this: would you take a shit season to have a good season next season? Like take a one-off season, pretty much. Sit here for the rest
No,
of the
no.
season: November, December, January, February, March, April, May, nothing, to hope that the team grows for next season.
No, I don't believe in transition seasons.
You know what's crazy as well? I think a day or two after they lost the you drew the PSV. Lucho got a new contract. Oh my god! I could not believe my eyes. That's probably agreed beforehand, but could not believe my eyes. Lucho PSG 2027. I mean, it's just crazy. Do you still think you'll finish like qualify for even though round 32 for the Champions League? Or are you like I'm a bit worried?
No. I can agree. There are PSG fans that are worried. I'm not one of them. I'm not worried because I believe that we will start picking up. I believe we're underperforming. While some people are saying, "Oh no, this is just PSG's level." Drawing against PSV is obviously not PSG's level. For me, the Lucho thing I hate about it, it's a bit similar to I remember when Xavi got extended last season. It's more about the timing. Like if you look at it from the positive side, it's like, oh, the club is backing their manager in his toughest period. But we can't forget that this is supposed to be like a company. This is supposed to be like a business. We're trying to be as competitive as possible. We're not trying to be a relationship here. Oh, let's be nice to Lucho. He's going through it. So for me, the Lucho extension, it's mostly the timing. We're not good at all. We've scored like 1 goal from open play in 3 Champions League games, and you award him with an extension instead of him feeling the pressure to adjust, to do stuff. But yeah, I hope that comfortability makes Lucho, I don't know, better. So Yeah, but no, when the extension news came out, I had like a 2 hour rant.
I know,
I didn't enjoy that.
I seen it, but I personally would be a touch worried for PSG, especially like, I think the next game is basically do or die because you're facing City, Bayern, Atletico. And if I'm not wrong, they're all at home, maybe except for Bayern. I know for a fact Atletico and City are
Yeah,
at the
by
park.
no way.
Bayern away. Of those three games, I don't think you'll lose all three. I think you can definitely like lose two, draw one, something like that. Maybe nick a win at the park against City. You should be beating Atletico, especially on this form. But I think you face Atletico later on, so maybe they pick up some momentum by then. I don't know, but
No, then the next game.
oh, you face them next. Okay, so I mean, if you don't win the Atletico Madrid game, I think you're cooked. I think you're cooked. Even a draw, especially at the park with Atletico this shit, like
Nah.
yeah, if you don't beat Atletico, I think you're like round 32 at best. That's how I see it. But
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, top eight. I think top eight we have to win every single game. It's like mathematically nearly impossible to come top eight. So, but round of 32, I've already embraced it. I've already embraced it. Man.
2 extra games in February, you can have that.
Yeah,
But
some extra stat padding for the booze. Get the best shot out.
yo, okay. Speaking of
Then
the
once
boost,
it's good, ready.
let's talk about Le Classique. Which, by the way, I was very disappointed. Marseille did not compete whatsoever. They let me down. The hype was not fulfilled. Them boost in that game. Oh my god, he missed about 8 chances, 3 open nets, got a very lucky assist for the Barcola goal, in my opinion. I think it was.
No. It was a smart assist. Smart
No, he should have
assist.
scored the first chance. Is what I mean. Not when he shot it that it was saved.
Nah, he.
Nah, he should be scoring that, man. He should be scoring that. Mister best player in the world. He's got to score that. But what were your thoughts?
Look,
Let me know your thoughts on the red card as well.
Yeah, the red card. I saw some people being a bit like, "Oh, was it a red card?" For me, looking at the challenge, Harrod barely went for the ball, and you can even see like Marquinhos here was like his
Yeah,
studs
yeah.
up to his.
But for me, if he gave a yellow,
Heels.
that would have like, I think it's very much a 50-50 call from the referee. I don't think VAR was going to be in power enough to overturn it because the referee gave a red. But if he gave the yellow, I don't think VAR would have given a red.
No, for me, I think it was a red card. And the thing I like about Liga is we rarely have any like referee, I don't know, mistakes and so on. And the funny thing is actually we got rigged last year of a red card against Marseille, so it's even karma. But yeah, as you said, it's unfortunate. Like people were actually hyped for this game for one of the first times in a long time, and Marseille, like we played really well, but Marseille gave us the fuck, made it so much
Yeah,
easier. The own goal, the red card, like the fans were leaving the stadium after 30 minutes.
yeah.
Eh,
I'll be honest. I did not watch the second half. I shut it off after the first half because I knew PSG were gonna win.
Not worth it.
But like, what are your thoughts on PG not scoring in the second half? I watched the highlights last night, and they had quite a few chances. Mr. Dambus had two. I think Barcola had one. But yeah,
Fabian had one.
yeah. So you think it should have been maybe a 4-0, like the Classico, maybe even a 5-0?
You know, that's the difference between Lucho and, for example, Flick. Flick scores three, he wants eight. Lucho scores three, he wants to keep a clean sheet. You know a bit like Xavi? Isn't Xavi like that? If he gets a good lead, then he starts thinking about like solidifying and defending and keeping that lead.
Yep.
That's a bit how I felt. Even though we still created five big chances in the second half, the football we were playing was less intensive and we were less like looking for that goal as like a Flick's Barca would do. And the other thing as well, Marseille, they took out Greenwood and Wahi, two of their attackers, and put in, I think, midfielders because they didn't want to get embarrassed even more. So it was like a mixture between PSG taking the foot out of the gas, missing big chances as well, but then it was Marseille also not wanting to get even more embarrassed because it was like that was disgusting, man.
What's up with Desiree Doué? I have someone here in the chat talking about how you paid 60 million for him and he hasn't done well so far this season. I don't think he started the game, but he hasn't played too much. I think the only time I've really seen him was against Arsenal because he kind of started that game as a shock. But has he been coming off the bench? How's he doing? Has he been? I know it's very early to call someone a flop or not, especially with him only being in the club for like 2 months. But he was kind of your main signing this past summer alongside João Neves, and you kind of had the race with Bayern Munich as well. So, what are your thoughts on him so far?
No, he's extremely raw. extremely wrong. And it's, I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with pressure as well, because we've seen players come from the academy at PSG or at Barca or any other club, and they look a bit more confident. He just looks absolutely lost on the pitch. For me, the main issue with the Dewey signing is not Dewey as a player. It's more, there were more important stuff for us to do in the summer. Some of the action would be impactful for us this season. Dewey is not going to be impactful this season for PSG. Um, but I definitely see the talent in him in small moments. So he's just a player that has to be given much more time, and it will come with time. I definitely believe in that. But this season, I don't think he will be an impactful player for us at all. Yeah, waste of 60 million strictly for this season. But
No.
futuristically, it's a good signing.
Okay. So we'll see on that. But overall, how about Le Classique? I know, the hype around it. People were kind of, including me, praying for the downfall a little bit of PSG, especially especially after you drew with PSV. I'm like, yo, anything but a win, and PSG are finished.
That, I mean, that's one thing we could say. PSG Luis Enrique is that in the league we are really great. In the UCL, not so much. But I still like that, because in some periods we're bad in both. Luis Enrique and the players and everyone takes the league seriously. Le Classique, it's more than a game, and it is the biggest game of the season. It is bigger than the Arsenal game. So I'm very happy that we got that win. We have a 6 point cushion on Marseille, 3 point cushion on Monaco, because Monaco lost as
They
well on the
lost, yeah,
weekend
to,
against
to Nice, right? 2-1.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, we're getting some comfortability now. So that next game we're not that pressured, so we can focus on the Atletico game. Because if we win the Atletico game, I think we're like 100% on to the round of 32. So then that stops being something in our head, and we can just perform a bit freely against the Bayern and the cities and
Like it
so
is
on.
in my head right now. Of course, before Le Classique, there was the real Classico, El Clasico. I know you hate watching that as well. Again, your hate watches have been very lucky because you're kind of happy with either result. There hasn't been one where you've solely focused on Barcelona this
No,
season so
but this
far.
one I was. You should have seen my goal reactions. I was living on goals.
No,
I was
I
doing
know. But like,
this.
if Madrid won, you would have still, trolled the Barca fans.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you've
yeah,
you've
yeah.
been quite even on the hate watching. This season, there's not been one game where like, oh, I want this team to win no matter what. You kind of like, I would win both ways. But tell me, man, about Clasico. I saw your goal reactions, but let me know what you think. For me, it was a game of two halves, and the first half was very, very even. A lot of people said that, oh, Madrid should have won. They had so many chances in the first half. All their first half chances were illegal. Either they were offside. There was the one that Vinicius missed, but there was a foul by Tchouaméni on Pedri in the build-up that definitely would have been called back. Studs up on his ankle, twisted. So that wouldn't have counted even Vinicius scored. So first half was very even. We had a few chances as well. Lamine Yamal went through on goal. Rafinha, the Inigo header. Then second half, the Frankie itself from Flick was, orgasmic, and then we just cooked them for 45 minutes. But let me know what you think.
Yeah, as you said, I think because I have a Barca friend who told me that Ancelotti the day before said, "I have a plan."
What did I tell
I
you?
have a
What did I tell you on the last show about Ancelotti? He loves to overthink Clásicos. Go back on the last show. I know it was 2 hours long. That's what we had. We did a little fun. We had some did a little tic tac toe afterwards. But I said it every time Barcelona batter Madrid under Ancelotti. He always does something weird. He tries to overthink the game. I mentioned how Pep likes to overthink sometimes. A lot of great managers like to overthink.
yeah.
Xavi in the Super Cup where he played the high line out of nowhere. Pep in the Champions League final with Man City when he played Gundogan as a pivot, not for the natural one in Fernandinho. But Ancelotti always does it. Even the 4-0 under Xavi. What did he do? He went to a 4-4-2. He played extra midfielder, had Vinicius as like a left wing, and then had I think Benzema was out for the game. They had someone else like the striker alone. And the right hand side was way open. They were so narrow, and that just gave Barcelona so much freedom.
No, I think I actually think Ancelotti set up perfectly. Not perfectly,
Perfectly.
but as good as possible. Because teams are fearing Barca. I said it in the stream. Madrid played a tactic that showed that they feared Barca. So they know what are Barca good at. You are very good at attacking the space behind the line. So didn't give you any space. He played with four defenders, nearly four DMs, you could say.
He played a
Bellingham,
4-4-2. He played
Tchouaméni, Valverde,
Bellingham on
Camavinga.
the Bellingham on the right, and Bellingham in the end had his average positioning was deeper than Vasquez.
Yeah. So it was extremely defensive, and so many times, like Luna got the ball, they just hooped it up. We don't want the ball. We don't want to lose it high up because of Barca's great counter press and pressing and so on. And all they were doing the entire game was trying to foul the ball behind, trying to foul behind. So they actually nullified Barca. Like from the first half, I don't remember that much from Barca. I remember one chance that Rafinha could have given it to Balde, but he took the shot
Yep,
instead. I
yep.
think Yamal had something.
The Inigo header.
Inigo header from a corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So only small stuff. So but as soon as Barca got the goal, it was game over. Because then Madrid's plan doesn't work anymore. They had to push up. Space was in behind, and Barca just penetrated it like
To be fair,
it was.
I do think I've watched the second half now about 4 times because I just that's just me. I love it when we clap Madrid. I think Lunin and Vasquez had utter seasonal generational stinkers. I think Vasquez got turned by Rafinha so many times. If you watch the build-up play for all 4 goals, Vasquez makes a mistake at some point that just leaves so much space. So he had a generational stinker. I think also Vinicius got really big for his head, and I told you and I have been talking about this. We've agreed a lot about this about Madrid having too many stars. They're gonna get for their own head. You can see moments where Vinicius should be passing to Mbappe, but he doesn't. Mbappe should be passing, but he doesn't because they kind of want all the glory. You of course saw Mbappe score, did about 6 celebrations for nothing, and now I'm seeing all the TikToks of him celebrating, and I'm fucking loving it. I'm injecting it in my timeline forever and ever and ever. But I just think that the Frankie substitution was so important from Flip because Fermin in the first half was not getting too involved, especially with Madrid playing forward midfield. Bellingham and the wide one was Camavinga. They were coming inside a lot to block the space for Fermin because what Fermin does best is exploit space and makes it unpredictable for the defenders to follow his movements. That's what we saw in the Napoli game last season when he scored. Even in the Bayern Munich game where Marquinhos scored with the assist, he drifted out wide quickly, and who was it? Barinia, the CDM for Bayern, couldn't track it. That's why he was opening space, put that through ball over the top. And Frankie de Jong brought so much control in that second half. And having Pedri as a 10 in this game worked. I'm not really a fan of Pedri in the 10 because I think in the 8, he's just world class. He's the best in the world. That's why if Hakim is the best right back in the world, there's no point in putting him left back. Same thing. That's kind of like my mindset. But he worked in the 10, but Frankie brought so much control to the midfield. He brought calmness. He brought intelligence as well with the passing, which Fermin didn't have in that first 45 minutes. And again, once we made it 2-0, I think the killer was not really the first goal. Like you mentioned, I think it was the second goal and how quick it came. Once it was 2-0 in 2 minutes, Madrid were like, what the F did we do? We're 2-0 down. We need to score 3 goals to at least have a win. And they kind of opened up a bit more than Barcelona just kept hitting them on the break. But I think we tactically defended so well in that second half. It was sensational, and I mean, Barcelona are back. I said someone mentioned it in the chat here. Let me actually pin it real quick. Where is it? I told you this on your stream as well that I tweeted before we came back from international break. If we win against Bayern Madrid comfortably, we're gonna win the quadruple.
Yeah.
And we won 8-1 on aggregate, which is crazy to think about. So quadruple is definitely on. Will we win it? Probably not, but I will cease to dream. And at some point, the thing is with what's funny? You mentioned how Flick had a masterclass against Bayern Munich. The style of Flick is very, very, very vulnerable, as you mentioned. But now that I mentioned, you have to have balls to overtake it. Because with the Flick high line, I can tell you how to break it down. It's easy. All you have to do is press the center backs in possession to force them into mistakes. When the high line comes, you have to do quick through balls over the top, and that's what Ancelotti tried to do with Mbappe and Vinicius, but they both timed their runs very, very poorly. And when we're in possession, you have to double man press us to get the ball back quickly. If all that goes your way, teams can beat Barcelona by 3-0, 3-1, whatever it may be. But teams are struggling to do that, maybe because Barcelona has confidence. We're confident in our own ability. Maybe they're not confident in their ability to exploit the Barcelona system. But it's not like Pep back in the day where you just couldn't break it down. You needed a miracle, or maybe Luis Enrique with MSN. You could score 2 goals, but that MSN will score 8, so you can't really do anything about that. Yeah. Here there is a hole, there is frailties, but teams just can't exploit it.
But that's the thing. Flick has always played high risk, high reward football. So, and I mean, I respect that a lot. It's the most alpha, heavy testosterone thing a manager can do. But after watching that Madrid game, again, I don't want to be like negative or something, but the stuff I saw, which is if you want to perform as good as possible versus Barca, it's probably sitting back, giving them the ball, and going on the counter. But as you said, timing the runs slash getting the pass a bit quicker.
I don't think
Because
parking the
if
bus would work against
Vinicius
this
or
team.
Mbappe did anything better and scored early on, it would have definitely changed the game.
Yeah, but you're talking about Mbappe and Vinicius, like the best two forwards in the world, which you face one or two times a season, right? I think that parking the bus against this team was actually suicide because we already play so high up. So if you park the bus, we're gonna be basically on the halfway line. You're gonna have to time your runs to beyond perfection to get balls over the top as well. I think the best way is to go toe to toe with Barcelona. Also play a high line. See how Bayern dominated that 20 minutes? If we're being honest, Bayern Munich should have probably scored 3 goals in that 20-minute spell where they were dominant on us. That is the way to be Bayern Munich. And, Vincent Kompany was confident in his ability and the players' ability. But they weren't clinical. And then once Barcelona had confidence and regained possession, that's when it's game over. Once you give Barcelona confidence and possession in a game, you're cooked because they're already at an all-time high right now. So you have to be very, very clinical. I think also Barcelona, to be fair to us as well, we've been super clinical this season. I know last season you've been hate watching a lot. You see Barcelona winning games like 1-0, 2-1 a lot. Very, very close margin because we would usually dominate games, but we just could never score. Lewandowski would miss an open chance. Rafinha was so annoying last season. He missing chances left, right, and center. But now everything that Rafinha touches gold. Everything that Lewandowski touches is going in the back of the net. So that also had a big difference, I believe, from last season. Now, someone here asked in the chat for you, saying that what is your reaction to Kylian Rattiano not understanding the offside rule? You see the Madrid media were saying that we should change the offside rule where your whole body has to be offside for it to be flagged. It's just so bitter, and I love it.
No, but that's actually, I think, a rule that FIFA wants to change. I think it's been changed in some stuff. But Mbappe, honestly, being offside so many times didn't surprise me that much because he's had similar problems at PSG, but obviously nowhere as big. I think Mbappe broke the record or equaled the record for being offside in the most games in a La Liga game since like Opta began in 07-08. So it was a record-breaking disaster class from Mbappe, and I enjoyed every single second of it. Especially in the second half when I think you were 2-0 up. So the game was still a bit open. And Vinny gave it to Mbappe. Modric gave it to Mbappe. 2 gigantic 1v1 versus Peña.
Oh, yes.
And Mbappe.
I think one of them was offside anyways. Yeah. And when
Which one? The Vinny pass?
The Vinny pass. The one from the side, right? From the left. I think that was offside.
Yeah.
But like you mentioned, what Mbappe is lacking a lot right now is confidence. This man, I told you, this man has been ghosting since his PSG renewal. I've been saying since the World Cup, this man has been beyond. I'm not saying he's been shit, but he's been like 5 levels below what we're used to, what you've been used to seeing week in, week out, what I've been seeing on clips and a few games that I watch, especially during the Qatar World Cup. He has taken a massive drop off, and I love it. There's even reports saying that the dressing room is, unrest right now. There's the fitness, the fitness guy for Real Madrid, the bald guy? I forget his name. Pintus, yeah, everyone loves that guy. He's great. He's elite. He's the best fitness coach that ever exists in the game. Apparently now people want him out. People are saying it's Mbappe. Oh, I just love it. And people are saying now that, apparently, I see something with Vinicius about the Ballon d'Or. We'll talk about that people are saying that, people voted for Mbappe from Madrid because they want Mbappe to be the first Ballon d'Or winner with the Real Madrid, not Vinicius. I'm just like, Like people saying right here, Paris did Vinny dirty, worked behind the scenes to get Rodri the Ballon d'Or in order to protect Mbappe's ego. Like, I love it, man. I just love it. It's just,
Because that's the thing. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. What is true is this is what the news reports are saying. This is what everyone will read. This is what Vinicius will read. This is what Mbappe will read. Oh, yeah.
I love it, man. Let's talk about the Vinicius Ballon d'Or. I watched a video before going live about you saying that you don't rate the Ballon d'Or because it's not a fair trophy. And I agree. I think it was a fair trophy. Messi would have won every one from 2009 until probably 2021, 2022. I think Ronaldo, he had a good year in 2017. Apart from that, I don't think he really deserved any other Ballon d'Or.
Maybe 13, 14? Like Decima, Ancelotti. Like Ronaldo was really great that year. Was Messi injured that season?
Yeah. Who won the Ballon d'Or that year?
Ronaldo, 13, 14.
Oh, yes. He won.
When they won La Decima, because they always give it to UCL winners.
Yeah, he won the one. I'm thinking the one about Ribéry, but he won the one after Ribéry too. That's what he won there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it was best player in the world, it would go to Messi every single time. I think a lot of people would agree with that, but other factors take into consideration. But I've always been saying that Rodri should win it. Is it a bit of PR against Madrid? Yes, of course it is. But the thing is with Vinicius that the reason why I don't think that he shouldn't have won it is firstly what he did for Brazil. This is a big summer for country performance, and he had an all-time. And I tell you, generational stinker. You know the PSG fan on Twitter, the one with the Pele logo as his profile. It's like Seleção for Brazil. It's like a Brazil fan account.
How is he a PSG fan?
Not PSG, sorry, Brazil.
Yeah, it's Seleção talk. Yeah.
Yes. He hates Vinicius, and he's Brazilian, which shows how much of a stinker he's had. On top of that is his stuff that he does on the pitch, man. He is just a dirty rat of a player. No humbleness, no sense of even the Clásico, he's pushing Casado, yelling at the referees with his going blah, 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 blah. It's just disgusting. How can you have a Ballon d'Or player like that? I'm seeing now a lot of what I love is the Barcelona fans saying, "Oh, Neymar's legacy is saved" and all this stuff, and it's just crazy.
So you think performance ability wise across the season, you give it to Rodri?
Yeah, I think Rodri's been so influential for City. Again, they only lost to Madrid on penalties. It's not like Madrid knocked. I mean, they did knock them out, but they just parked the bus and went. That was their game plan. Fair enough to them. I think whoever won that game was gonna win the Champions League. So I would say they won that by far margin. Was brilliant for Spain. I think he was Spain's second best player in the Euros, apart from Lamine Yamal. I think they didn't give it to Lamine Yamal because he won the young player. So that's why they just gave it to Rodri as the best player. But he's so influential to how City played, how Spain plays. You take him out of both teams, I think both teams have a big drop off. With Vinicius, if you take out Vinicius now from the team, from Madrid, they would survive. Let's say if they didn't sign Mbappe, I think they would still be alright. I don't think he levels them up per se. But even the hat-trick he scored against Dortmund, I mean, it was a stinky hat-trick. So it's like, he's not as...
You don't think when he ran from the left side...
Okay, that was alright. But the other two. The other two. But, yeah, what do you think about Mbappe? Vinicius not winning it?
I mean, yeah, I am shocked because everything leading up to this. I remember during the Euros and straight after the Euros, there was a lot of noise about Rodri. But ever since then, it's been Vini. This reporter comes out, this insider comes out, El Chingorito, this guy. Everyone says Vini's winning. And then out of nowhere, Rodri. So I really want to think why. What has changed between then and now?
You have to remember that who controls the media? Who controls the narrative in the media? I'll ask you this question.
The Zionists.
Okay, I'm talking about football media. Madrid. This year, France Football announced, because you know how the Ballon d'Or players got leaked for the past 10 years? You know how?
No.
When the player was the Ballon d'Or, they contacted them a month before. Hey, you won the Ballon d'Or. We gotta come over, do some interviews, take some pictures. How do you think they have all that video and pictures so quickly? Because they tell them a month before, so they bring it back, they edit it, make it look good. He knows he'll get himself ready, get his speech ready. So that's how it always got leaked every year. Because Messi is, remember that picture of Messi like 8 Ballon d'Ors in his apartment in France? Yeah, that was a month before he actually was announced the winner. So that's how people know. This year, France Football said, we're not doing any of that. The winner will take pictures afterwards, we'll do media afterwards. We're going to go into this with no one knowing. So when it's always been the Madrid. The Madrid said this: if Spain, if Brazil wins the Copa America, Vinicius 100%. If England win the Euros, Bellingham 100%. If they don't, neither of them win it, Vinicius will take it. That was always the narrative from the Madrid side. There was no proof, no evidence. And then now when they say, "Oh, Rodri, by the way, you're just to let you know," apparently the rumor is that France Football told Man City, make sure Rodri comes over because he's of course torn his ACL. So maybe he would have stayed there, did a little video message saying, "Hi guys, I got second place, thanks, bye bye." But France Football said, "Hey, Man City, don't tell anyone. Rodri won the Ballon d'Or, so make sure you get his ass over here to be there and give a speech and stuff like that." And apparently Man City told Real Madrid, "Hey, condolence, man. Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. Good game." And Madrid like, "What? We didn't know. What?" And apparently, French people now are pissed at Man City for telling Madrid. There's now apparently, by the way, a list that's going around on Twitter as we're doing this video, where you're seeing the list, where they've gotten everything right so far, and it has Vinicius number 1. I mean,
the thing about that list though is that list he probably knows about everything that's gonna happen, but that doesn't mean he knows 1 and 2. If Vinny wins it, the exact list is still gonna stay the same. If Rodri wins it, it's so the only difference is gonna be 1 and 2. So I don't think that list.
And plus, people are saying that Vinicius might win it. Vinicius and Madrid have now boycotted the ceremony. They're not there. They're in Madrid, drinking their champagne after getting their cheeks clapped by Barcelona 2 days before. You're telling me that they're just all of a sudden, he might win it, let's just not go? That is stupid. That is stupid. Rodri's won it, and plus every journalist has put their balls on the line as well. Imagine they all say this, Fabrizio, Fabrice Hawkins, Madrid media, all this stuff, and then he doesn't win it. Yeah. They'd look so shit as well. Journalists have, especially Romano and Hawkins, they have so much reputation on the line where once they say something, they know it 1,000% true. So, Rodri's won it. I think deserved winner. I don't have to see. It's been a very shit week for Madrid, and I absolutely love it. Imagine losing your Ballon d'Or winner in a Clasico 4-0, by the way. People are telling me about my replies on Twitter. Oh, chill out. It's one Clasico. Listen, if we won this Clasico like 2-1, 3-1, I'd be like, yeah, we won. Whoop-de-doo, that's it. We clapped them. We clapped them. At the Bernabeu. 4-0. I'm not letting this go until we play Espanyol on the weekend. Honestly.
You used to call it the Bernabeu.
I still call the Bernabeu.
A different new name for Yamal or Flick.
Oh, look, one of Vinicius' best friends just posted on Instagram. I love you so much, Vinicius. I know you lost the Ballon d'Or, but you are so the best player in the world in my eyes. He's cooked, man. He's cooked. This random list of, everything is right and Vinicius number 1. Shut up. Shut up. And then now Romano just tweeted it as well.
What did he tweet?
The friend thing. Yo, Romano makes bank on X. This man farms like no tomorrow. I respect it. No matter what it is for what club, he'll just, if he sees something, he'll just repost it, and he'll just get clicks because just Romano. He posted like player of the month and like manager of the month for all the leagues as well. He just farms engagement. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, Fabrizio. I don't like him. He's shameless. But he knows how to play the game.
I saw a lot of people hating on him as well, saying that he announced the winner. It was leaked by someone else before that. He just confirmed it. That's the one thing I don't like about the hate on Romano. I see why people hate him. You like to be surprised stuff. Sure, if that's what you like, okay. But I see a lot of people hate on him because he announces stuff when it shouldn't be announced. He only announces it when other people leak it first. He's never the first one. Like with Toni Kroos's retirement, Iniesta retirement, Vinicius Ballon d'Or, whatever it is. He's always, because his reputation is so high, right? He always does it second. Only with transfer news he'll come and get exclusives, stuff like that. But yeah.
Yo, I don't want to destroy the vibe, but have you seen that Kubarsi pick?
Kubarsi pick for what? Tell me what.
You've not seen it?
No, what?
Wait, I was sending a DM. I don't even think you can show it here because... I think he got removed. Wait. I need to find it.
I know that... You want to know what's crazy as well? Barcelona, over the past 5 years, always dominate the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Did you notice that?
What do you mean, like top 30 places?
No, and every trophy. Barcelona from 2020 to 2023 were in the worst moment in the club's history. Bankrupt, poor, played shit manager, shit players, shit games. But yet again, in these ceremonies, we always come out on top. I remember doing a video in 2021 when Messi won the Ballon d'Or, when he was at PSG, but he won it for Barcelona. Lewandowski won the top goal scorer. He was a Barcelona player, but won it for Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Pedri won the Copa, the best young player. And then Alexia Putellas won the Ballon d'Or. So all 4 of the major winners, all 4 connections with Barcelona.
I agree on the level. Just remove that woman there.
Hey man. I guess on the women team because we're the best. If we were like shit, I wouldn't mention it at all. But we're just the best. I gotta live it up. Let me see this picture, by the way.
No, but
why you said this?
No, okay, now you see. Okay,
is that him? I don't.
Could
I don't want to look and see if that's him or not. What's this have to do with him and the? I thought you were gonna tell me like he didn't win it.
I don't know. Someone just did, like tag me. He was like, "Yo, pigeon thoughts."
God. It's like the thing with Saliba. Didn't that happen to Saliba 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Doing this gay shit. Ugh. Anyways.
No, but Barca have insane PR. I would
It's
say
not
after,
PR.
after Madrid PR, you have the second most, and it's not Barca PR. It's Spanish Barca PR. Like your Spanish players get insane PR.
Because
But again,
they're the best
PR
though.
comes from
Like
Yes and
we
no.
should have won the Copa Trophy 4 years in a row. Bellingham beat Balde last season on pure PR. Because they gave
Nah, I think
no. Hear me
don't
out.
think Musiala should have won it that year.
That's a good show. But Balde that season when we won the double with Xavi was the most consistent player in the team. Dropped Jordi Alba. Musiala was like just getting into the team, then made his name. Bellingham as well would spend the whole like half season getting into the team.
Yeah.
Then he had like a final good push. Balde that season benched Jordi Alba's second game of the year and was the most consistent player in that team. Kept so many clean sheets, won the double. I think he got 10 goals and assists from left back, which for the Barcelona standard is quite crazy. He was by far the clear winner. I think he only lost by a few points to Bellingham as well. So that was just
Was he second?
yeah.
third?
I think he was second, and then third was Musiala.
Okay.
So that was PR that got Bellingham over the line. 100 million to Madrid. People are just gonna vote for him. So we should have won the last four, but we're gonna win the last three because I think Lamine Yamal is gonna win it today. But here's a good question for you. A little bit of a hot topic. Who's the better Ballon d'Or winner? Luka Modric, 2018, or Rodri this year? I think it's
Modric.
I think it's quite a close debate. People
I
are saying
don't
what
really
picture in the
like
chat.
that
I'm not telling you what picture in the chat. I'm not telling you what picture.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You have to find it yourself.
You think Modric really?
It's because I don't rate Rodri that much as a football player.
I mean, that's fair. I think that Rodri's season was better. I think Modric in the World Cup was, of course, very good. But I think Rodri had an overall better year than Modric. I think Modric had probably the best spell for that 1 month. But
Yeah, because the argument that you used before, take Modric out of
this is Bellingham and Vinicius' seat.
Ballon d'Or.
And their names are not on the seat anymore. Because they pussied back to Madrid. What a bunch.
Cry babies.
Cry
man.
babies. Well, I cannot believe it.
The thing I hate about this shit is this entire past few months, people are like, oh my god, Vinny will now have a better legacy than Neymar, Salah, Bale, everything about the Ballon d'Or. Now he's not gonna get the Ballon d'Or. Oh, it's trash. It's a trash award. Rigged, fugazi. For me, I say I don't rate a single Ballon d'Or. I'm consistent with it. I don't rate that award.
Yeah,
If
I know
it's
that, yeah.
Messi, Ronaldo, Modric, anyone, I don't care. Because I don't base... Like, I think Messi's the GOAT, not because he has 8 Ballon d'Ors. Because when I turn on the TV, he's the best I've seen.
Yeah.
So, this is their own...
And what cowards as well. They hype it all up. Oh, it's gonna be Vinicius, blah blah blah. Then as soon as that player doesn't win it, they pussy back to Madrid. How embarrassing is that? Yeah.
To me on Twitter that he said that during that convo, Vinny told Gavi, like, I'm going to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I saw it.
but
Yes,
if
yes.
he did,
Yeah. So they were like in a duel. I think it was him and Gavi. Gavi said to him, "You're hauling cuatro," and he said, "Well, I'm winning the Ballon d'Or tomorrow." And then all this.
What a dirty rat.
Dirty
man.
rat, man. I'm telling you, this club is beyond dirty. Beyond dirty. It's disgusting.
No, because Vinny, you're losing 4-0 and you bring up an individual achievement.
And this is
your
why you
team
should win
is
it.
Losing.
One
Like,
second.
How selfish can you be?
Let me bring you up the criteria that France football have said to win the to win the Ballon d'Or. There's 3 criteria. 1 second, let me get the picture up. Here. So number 1, individual performances, decisiveness, and impressive character. Okay?
Yeah.
Individual performance, Vinicius? Okay. Decisive? Yes. Impressive character? My ass. Number 2, team performance, team achievement. Okay, he won Champions League. Okay. Number 3, class and fair play. This man has the least amount of class in the world of football. Look, here it is. You can see it here. The 3 things. So he has what? 1.5 out of 3. And I think Rodri fits all 3. Individually plays well. He's decisive, impressive character. His team performed well. He achieved a lot. He has class and fair play. Even at the end of the season, when they when they beat Arsenal, he showed them class. Like, hey, they tried. They came and parked the bus at the Etihad, but you know what? That's what they thought was best. Good on them. We'll see you next year.
Yeah.
That's class. Tell me about Vinicius' biggest robbery in history. The biggest robbery in history was Messi getting 5th in the Ballon d'Or in 2018. Do you remember that? That was disgusting. Could not believe that. By the way, this leaked list, by the way, is so accurate. Nico Williams just got 15. So that list is so accurate. But it's not going to be accurate for 1 and 2, though. Someone here asked in the chat, Barcelona and PSG, how many trophies do you think your clubs will win this season realistically? I predicted at the beginning that we'd win at least 1. I'm kind of confident now we'll get at least 2.
Yeah.
I'll take a trophy for me this season is improvement of last year. I want one of the Copa del Rey, Champions League, La Liga. One of those 3, I'll be happy. Super Cup is like a side piece. Like, if you get that, sure. That shouldn't be the only one. But what about you?
You know, if you go to like a prediction video with me and the other PSG guests, we're trying to do predictions. My predictions are always boring because as a supporter of PSG, I would not say we would not win this trophy.
But
even if we go by realist.
But what's your expectation? I support PSG. We won 3 out of 4 trophies last season. How much should we win this season? I'm not talking about stature, which trophy. Just
No, my expectation is always win all trophies in France. Like, we are clearly much better than all of them, spend way more than them, so we have to win them, like just logically. And then the UCL, because the UCL sometimes is about quality and sometimes it's about luck. When I say luck, I'm not trying to take anything away from teams, but sometimes, you know, one own goal. It's like when Spurs played City, Llorente scored that fucking off his stomach. That just changed the game, even though City were the much better side in that game. So sometimes you just need that. So that's why I say at least semi in UCL. At least semi. That's what I'm going to go with. Obviously, we haven't started this season really well. We didn't last season either. If you came to me last season after the Newcastle game or the Milan defeats and told me you're going to reach the semis, it would have been a bit hard for me. So the most important thing for me is we have to improve. But yeah, I'll keep my expectations as I had in the beginning of the season. Win everything in France, obviously semis, but then we have another additional trophy, which is the Club World Cup. And I need us to win that. It's the first one. We need to take the Club World Cup virginity, man. We need that. We need that.
Someone said
on Mbappe's head.
Oh, that'd be nice. Someone said combine 11. We've done that too many times, and it's just going to be too much Barcelona in it. Who's the more dominant midfield, Barcelona or PSG? I mean, again, I think another clear answer, unless you disagree. Thank you. See, this is what I like about Mo, man. He holds it when he needs to. And I will do the same. If PSG are on top, I will do the same. By the way, I told you how much of a good week we've had, right? Bayern win, Clasico win, nobody's Ballon d'Or, and also Hansi Flick and Lewandowski won the Player of the Month for October as well. So we won all of them. It's just peak
Domination.
Someone says PG in. Do you think PSG will finish top 8 in UCL with the last couple of results, or are you expecting them to be 8 to 24? I think we've said that you're going to be around that 8 to 24.
8 to 24. I still have the hope for top 8, but we have to win every single game. No. We're top 24. Top 24.
Thoughts on Bellingham experiment being over after a record of disaster classes in a row, Barca boy and PSG? I mean, he's having a stinker of a season. I think he has only 3 assists and that's it. Belling goal to no goals. Like, if this was the first month, he's like, you know what? Okay, let him grow into the season. We're now almost November. It's been almost 33% of the season, and not a single goal. Washed, absolutely washed.
The thing is, like, for people like me, you, and we're not shocked because we knew what Bellingham was last season. Bellingham was a late runner into the box. He was basically working as a false 9. And I have to give it to him. Bellingham is a great finisher inside and even with, like, the long shot against Barca outside of the box. Mm-hmm. But when you try to say that he can dictate the game, he can make progressive passes. I saw him getting the ball against Barca. He just kept backward passing it. You're supposed to lift the team, not give it back to Lunin.
I'll defend a little bit of Bellingham here because I think, of course, like you mentioned, Clasico, he has stinker. But my friends tell me who watch Madrid a lot, because they're Madrid fans, they tell me that he's kind of adapted to a new role this season where he's kind of like the unsung hero, doing a lot of the dirty work and a lot of the running in the midfield. That's why a lot of Madrid fans are saying that he has a good season. Yeah. But I'm just comparing it to last season. You told me he's Ballon d'Or, best player in the world, you know, Belling goal, all this. We're now in November. He's not scored a goal this season and 3 assists. you can get in the bin. Do you guys think this Ballon d'Or situation could accelerate the Super League and Paris's plans? The Super League is already going to happen, just when Barcelona and Madrid are going to be successful with it. I don't think this will accelerate anything. I don't think neither Madrid or Rodri deserve their Ballon d'Ors. Rodri was the best player in 2023, not 2024. I mean, that's fair. I think of the two though, I think Rodri's been the more consistent. I think 2018 Messi was so underrated, and he got fifth, I think, in that year. Fucking scandalous. I think he got like 60, 70 goals and assists, carried Barcelona to a double. But, I guess that's not enough nowadays, especially back then. Who has the better wingers, PSG or Barcelona? Again, this is kind of you guys are really going in a mo here. He's not in a good time right now. Can't be asking these.
No.
Bro, do not come to me with this
I'm
Dembele
happy to defend my
Barcola
boys,
shit, man. Yo, stop. If Dembele is... Okay, you know what? Barcola is doing very well this season. I think, Mbappe now being there has kind of unlocked his shackles a little bit. But get off of this Dembele hype with me, man. He has done nothing this season. The chance that he missed against PSV, the chance he missed against Girona and Marseille. Come on.
I know.
Doug Mel is dunking on you right now.
But he at least in the Marseille game, he was tried out in a new position, and it will be seen if we continue as a false 9.
We'll see, but I don't think he'll work as a false 9. I think he can work as a 10, but not as a false 9.
Yeah, it's more of a 10. Yeah, it's more of a 10. It's just that we lack then a raw winger if he's gonna play there.
Can't believe they compared Belling Dog to Pedri. I know, scandalous. Scandalous. The amount of debates I've had with my Madrid friends is crazy. Lewandowski is back to the clinical gunman. Yes, sir. PG, and anyone tell you look like Magnus Carlsen? Bro, that's just because of his hair. Come on. You know who that is?
Yeah, the Norwegian chess player.
Yeah.
I think we have some similarities because we're both from Scandinavia, I guess, as well.
Both white and long hair. Barca, what are your thoughts on Xavi going to United? Hopefully he doesn't go. Doesn't have to, bless that club up. PSG Inc.
Xavi has to build up his stocks, not get even worse stocks.
PSG Inc. Can we have Barcola from you guys? We need a left winger. Bro, Rafinha's cookie. What do you mean we want Barcola? What do you?
I saw that. What do you mean you need a left winger?
What is this? Bellingham was only defending against Balde. That's all I remember about him, except one pass when Pena saved his shot. Yeah, he was just playing as a wing back the whole game. This is a great comment. Jude Bellingham is basically the new Jordan Henderson. That is the perfect way to sum it up. A little unsung hero who just doesn't show up a lot in the big games. Bellingham was showing his class when he shouted to the referee, piece of shit. Yeah, I know, right? But at least that happens. You're in the emotion of the game. I get that. But class is throughout the whole entire 90 minutes of the whole entire season. Vinicius showed none of that. Rodri does show it. And I would say that Bellingham has showed it. I would say that Bellingham would be a more deserving winner of the Ballon d'Or than Vinicius.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Do you think Mbappe, Bellingham celebrating Vinny not winning the last minute? Maybe. How many points do you think we will drop before the end of the year? Ooh. We're gonna drop points at some point. I think the only way we're gonna drop points now is when we rotate the team. But hopefully we have we're injured players coming back soon. So when we have a rotated team, it's not that weak. But we'll see. I think we definitely will at some point though. Barca boy and PGA, where do y'all see Juventus finishing in the UCL? Juventus is doing quite well under Thiago Motta. You see that 4-4 against Inter yesterday?
Yeah. Insane comeback.
Yeah, but Juventus were kind of known this season for having a very, very good defense, and they kind of leaked 4 goals, with 2 of them being penalties. But I do like to see seeing Juventus with Thiago Motta, but we'll see how they do. If UCL wise, I don't see them really making it past around 16. I think if they do, they're overachieving. That's how I would put it.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah. I mean, I chose them as my dark horse in the UCL this season. But Juventus is a bit similar to maybe Barca and PSG. They have a very young side with a new coach. So you can't really expect too much. It's more of a season they want to build up from.
Yeah. Do you know who Mario Lima is? Lemina? He used to play in France. He plays for Wolves now.
Oh, from Gabon. Yeah.
He put his Instagram story. Rodri is the best midfielder in the world, yes, but he's not the best player in the world. It's Vinicius by football. What? These people boggle my mind. Some footballers are lucky they can play because they're so dumb they would not make it in the real world. I'm not even joking, man. Vinicius best player in the world. There was never a moment where he was the best player in the world. By the way, Danny Olmo got 13th. We'll take that. Lamine Yamal hasn't came up yet. Lamine Yamal is pushing top 10. You know how disgusting that is? 17
Dude,
years
Yamal's
old.
gonna get ahead of Mbappe. It's disgusting.
I think he's ahead of Mbappe. Oh my god.
Wait, is it on that list? Is Yamal's ahead of Mbappe, right?
No, I think on that list he was under.
Right behind him?
I think he was 8th and Mbappe was 6th. Let me get the list up 1 second. Oh yeah, he was 8th and Mbappe was 6th.
Okay.
Yo, but by the way, this list is so accurate. Still hasn't gotten one wrong yet. But Lamine Yamal getting top 10 in his first season at full season at Barcelona. I think last season before he only came on like the last few games of the season, didn't play at all. First full season, 8th at 17. That is disgusting.
Dirty.
If he gets the PR right and Barcelona do a madness, he could win. People are saying that Barcelona win the treble. Who would win the Ballon d'Or right now? I personally would say. I would personally say Rafinha. I think he's been way more decisive than Lamine Yamal over the season. A lot of people are saying Lewandowski and stuff like that. But the PR is gonna ride for Lamine Yamal. So unless
like after the buying game, I saw more Yamal prop than Rafinha prop. Even though
Yeah,
Rafinha scored the hat trick.
No. I think Lamine Yamal had a good game, but Rafinha hat trick, you can't take that away from him. But 8th at 17. Messi didn't even do that, man. I think Messi won the Ballon d'Or at 18 or 19. But
what did Neymar do when he was because I know that
Santos,
he's like the only player
I think
outside of top 5 leagues to make top 30.
I think in Santos he got like 10th or 9th.
Ooh. What year was that?
That
Ballon
was
d'Or
2013.
11? 13.
Yeah, the year before he joined Barcelona. Barca boy, I know you hate Dembele, but come on, he
got 5th.
He got 5th?
Ahead of Iniesta.
With Santos.
Yeah. 5th.
Oh, that's correct. Fair play. That's correct.
Wait, maybe 2013 was the season he was at Barca, maybe?
He joined in the summer of 2013 to Barcelona.
Okay, no, I think in 2012 he came 13th.
Okay, that's the Santos one. The 5th one is probably for Barcelona in his first year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So man, so got 13 and Lamine Yamal's getting 8th. That's a generational player right there. Stay fit, Lamine. That's all I can ask for. That's all I can ask for. We've gone over an hour now. You want to end this so you can go do your Ballon d'Or stream?
No. I have a schedule in 30 minutes, so I have no stress at the moment.
Okay, we have any other questions here in the chat? I'm not. I know you hate Dembele, Barca boy, but come on, he has a good start, 4 goals already. I mean, sure, but he's had a stinker the past month and a half. Even PSG will tell you he's missing chances left, right, and center. Big chances as well. Getting dropped for the Arsenal game. You cannot tell me this season he's been better than Lamine Yamal. You can say he's a better player, maybe overall on his peak, sure, but this season, as PSG would say, Dog Mel is cooking them.
Cooking. Yeah, I mean, he's been better. Yeah. Dembele had a great start, but I don't think he scored in his past 5 games. So, no, he's definitely dropped off after that hard start.
I just can't get over the fact that Lamine Yamal's getting top 10 in Ballon d'Or. That is generational. Barca boy, is Gavi untransferable? Yes. Barca boy, what do you think about Gerard Martin? He's probably the top 3 worst players I've ever seen put on the Barcelona shirt. Wolves player thinking we were listening to him. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yamal finishing top 10 Ballon d'Or. Can't thank Dembus enough. Yo, Dembus, unsung hero, man. I'm telling you. Gave Messi the penalty in the World Cup. Left us to have the surge of Lamine Yamal. It's just... His whole career at Barcelona was shit, but that last year, he did some good for us, man. He did some good for us.
If Dembele stayed, do you think still Yamal's talent? Maybe play...
I think with
because he still had Rafinha.
Yeah, I think if Dembele stayed, one of him or Rafinha was bound to leave with Lamine Yamal. I think you can have 2 star wingers, you can't have 3. But
no, I'm talking like, how was Lamine Yamal gonna come up? Who do you think he would have eaten minutes off like last season?
Probably Rafinha, and then they would have put Dembele on the left and then had Lamine Yamal on the right.
Yeah,
that's what I think, anyways. How are you feeling for Atletico? You feeling confident? I think Barcelona have Espanyol and Red Star midweek. Red Star's gonna be difficult because I think just away from home it's the stadium is not the greatest. Who do you have this weekend in Liga?
Arsenal, another good game.
Yes.
They're sitting fifth in the league. They don't have Europe this season, so they're going to be very serious. And they've been good in all of their big games this season. But it's at home, so it should be one of ththose games. You take like a 2-3 nil lead, then you start subbing off the players. And we don't have a midweek game. You guys have a midweek game. So Atletico, they're playing a Copa del Rey shitty
No,
game.
this week we don't have midweek game.
No Copa del Rey? Atletico have Copa del Rey.
Because we finished top 2. When you finish top 2 in the league, you get bypassed to the round of 32 in the Copa del Rey. So Atletico had to play sticky qualifiers because they got 3rd place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a good rest going into the Atletico game. But I remember you've always said this, that Atletico being Arsenal doesn't really matter because this will be a big game for them. Like people are talking about Simeone out, and always Atletico perform better against the better teams because their football suits when they play against a team that wants to have the ball.
Exactly. Yeah.
Atletico are not that good with the ball.
Yeah.
So
I think it'll be an interesting
I'm
game.
still, I don't know. Yeah, my prediction going into this game, the small, like maybe a bit realistic, is like a 2-1 narrow victory. But I would hope for something bigger, obviously.
It smells of a draw. Smells like I can smell it. I
Another
can smell it from
one.
France from here. I can smell the draw. It stinks. Because like I told you, Atletico will lose like 5 crap games in La Liga, but against Madrid and Barcelona, they just turn it up. Whether we beat them a lot, I think with the last 5 games we beat them all 5 times, but they make it a tough contest. And against big teams, they tend
Maybe
to.
they see us as a small club.
I don't know. Are you a small club? You talk about how you're not. So, for me, if we win this, the final derby of the first half of the season against Espanyol, this might be the best week of my life. Like it's just crazy peak right now. Espanyol at home, that should be a disgusting win. I want like 8-0 on them, on those Zionists. They're real Zionists, real Zionists. Then Red Star, I think Red Star might be the first time we drop points because again it's away from home. It's such a difficult stadium. And then after that we have Anoeta to end off the November time. So we're looking all right. I said before the international break, if we get 5 out of 7 wins, I'll be happy. At 4 out of 6 wins, I'll be happy. We have 3 out of 6, so just win one more game and I'll take it, I guess. We won the 2 big games, so yeah. Let me ask you this just to end off the stream. Do you think that Barcelona can? Someone asked me, "Why do a Ballon d'Or stream now?" No, I'm not gonna do a Ballon d'Or stream. If you want to see a Ballon d'Or stream, go to PSG's channel. But
Yes, sir.
I might pop into the chat. But do you think that Barcelona can? Like, do you think like okay, like this team can actually win the Champions League? It's always been like we're based on vibes and stuff like that.
Oh, 100%. I think I'm one of the biggest Barca propers that's not a Barca fan.
I've converted him.
No, it's Flick, man. It's Flick. Like when I see people talk about Barca, it's Yamal this, it's Pedri this, it's Rafinha. Like Flick is the man. Barca had the same team last season and weren't nowhere as this good. Flick is the thing. It's a bit similar to Lucho for us last season. I think Lucho made a huge impact for PSG last season, but people were saying, "Oh, Mbappe is carrying this PSG team." Like the wonders that Flick has done, and he plays the best football in my opinion. High out, all risk. So no, I think Barca can go all the way. Like this is very similar to Flick's first season at Bayern. He cooked clubs. He cooked like Spurs 7-2. He was just smashing everyone, and nobody could stop him. And even in the Champions League final, people were saying, "Oh, is he gonna play the high line versus Mbappe and Neymar?" He did, took the risk. We didn't convert our chances, and they won. Same thing against Madrid. People were like, "Is he gonna play the high line versus Vini and Mbappe?" Flick is not scared. Flick is not scared. And no, Barca at the moment, obviously, in form-wise, so far this season, best team in the world. But for the rest of the season, they're always gonna be at least a top 3 contender. So, no, Barca for me at the moment is the team to beat. If there's any team you want to beat and you will get crazy confidence from, it's Barca. So I would love to face Barca, man. We just have to get a little bit better.
So there's a bit of a breaking news. Apparently, there's a private plane from Madrid to Paris going to the Ballon d'Or ceremony. So we could get a surprise. I remember when people have there's like the 3 stages of anger, 3 stages of like disappointment. First is denial, then
Yeah,
finding
yeah,
the
yeah.
bright light, and then just angered accepting it. This is the same thing. I mean, you tell me a random plane is going from Madrid to Paris is because Vinicius is gonna, oh, all of a sudden I'm winning it. Let me. You know how I think it would look more bad that he went back to Madrid, realized, oh, actually I'm actually gonna win it, and then goes back to claim it. I think he would look even more embarrassing if I'm being honest.
Look, the thing I love about all of this, especially because I'm gonna have this Ballon d'Or stream, is we finally have excitement back. Where you said the thing
Bro,
about
it's
revealing
bro,
Ballon d'Or
bro.
winners before. I
And look,
love this. Now I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Vinny wins. Maybe Mbappe. Maybe Mbappe. Maybe Yamal shocks. Maybe Messi. That would be the shocker. Messi with an Inter Miami jersey.
listen. Well, while I do agree with you that I wish it wasn't leaked and we would watch and like be surprised, it's been leaked. Madrid cowered away back to Madrid. Like it's not gonna happen.
Wait, you think it's 0%? I said think.
I think 100% others on it. The media is saying it. All the top media sources, who again would not put their balls on the table like that to ruin their reputation. Their seats are not in the. Their names are not on the seats in the stadium anymore in the place.
Yeah.
All the Madrid media has also said that he's leaving. The Marca, everyone's saying that he didn't win it. They're all putting out these statements. Real Madrid think this is scandalism. They think if Vinicius didn't win it, Carvajal should have won it. All this for Vinicius to win would look so embarrassing. So, I think it's long gone. People are saying, oh, private plane this, private plane that. They're just clutching at straws just to find something.
I hope you're right, Barca boy, because we would look completely embarrassing
Oh.
if Vinny wins it.
So apparently, remember that list that I showed you that has been right so far?
Yeah.
Apparently, two of them were kind of leaked at the same time, and the top two were switched.
Okay, you see, that's the thing with that list.
So
Like,
that means a Madrid fan probably just took it and switched it to leak it, and they go, "Oh, they're all Vinicius." Like it's long gone now. Oh, this is a sexy
so like
picture.
30 to second to third place, I think that's list is probably spot on.
It's
but
been spot on so
the
far,
top
yeah.
two, someone can just change it. Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Hold on, I'm just tweeting that Yamal got top 10 Ballon d'Or. Like this is that I think that is a bigger shock than than Vinicius. What's the highest a PSG player has well, Messi won it for you, but does that really count? I mean, yeah. Besides from
George
Messi,
Weah?
did he win it for PSG?
So yeah, so George Weah won it for us, but when he got it, he was at AC Milan. So it's like Messi won it for Barca / Copa America, but then got it at PSG. But from what I know, from my time, so maybe we've gotten better place before, but from my time, the highest, I think it was Mbappe in that what was it, 2018? You said?
When he got second?
No, 2018. I think he came fourth behind Ronaldo, Modric, Griezmann. Messi fifth.
Okay.
I don't know how Mbappe came ahead of Messi. That was straight like
Wait,
World Cup
wait.
PR, man.
Mbappe got top 3 when Messi won it after the World Cup. He got third.
Okay, so then that's the
Okay,
highest.
yeah, because Messi was first and Haaland second, and Mbappe because Messi kind of beat the new generation. I was kind of on that hype train for that.
So yeah, third and fourth place. And we have one in the top 30 this season. That is, I mean, you could say
Vitinha.
Mbappe because
Mbappe counts. Mbappe
Mbappe
counts.
was there most of this time for, yeah, and Vitinha. One player, I don't know how he's not there, is Hakimi. Because he's been balling for both club and national team.
I'm surprised Fabian
At a
Ruiz
very
isn't there either
consistent
after his Euro.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? Olmo is there when he barely played with Leipzig, but he's there for the Euros. How is Fabian?
Look at my boys, lads. Look at my boys. Look at them in France with no PSG players.
No, you know what? We actually dominate the Copa. I know that Yamal's gonna win it, but we have the most players in it from
Who's
like
in
one
it?
club. Because we have Neves, we have Warren, and Xavi Simons. But he's like a ratty one. He's a ratty.
Okay, well, we have Lamine Yamal, we have Kubarsi, and we have Balde. So I mean,
Wait, you have 3 as well?
yeah, I think
Okay,
if I'm not mistaken, Balde got top 30. Oh, look at this! Look at this!
No, I think the Copa.
look
I think
at-
the
look-
Copa is just top 10 or 15.
Look at the Spain.
But imagine the difference. It's not good for football. That intensity like him is not present. Oh, Cook, man, Cook.
Cook him! Go on, Luis de la Fuente. You've cost me so many injuries, but cook Madrid. Cook him. Again,
I hate when they play this fucking gimmick, man. Oh, I'm not gonna show up because I've lost.
Because they think that exactly this is why they shouldn't win the Ballon d'Or. What was that? What was the third category in the Ballon d'Or? Class and fair play. That club is a dirty club. They have none of that whatsoever. They're built on Zionist and slavery. They've got freaking nothing, man. I'm telling you. I've been screaming this from the rooftop for how long now? Anyways, we're gonna end the stream here, boys. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. It was a beautiful stream. I think the only stream that'll be better than this is if we come back and Barcelona have won the Champions League. But the worst stream would be if PSG won the Champions League. Then I'd be getting cooked. But hope you guys enjoyed us smoking the Madrid pack, talking about Barcelona, keeping an eye on PSG.
Yes, sir.
Champions League run is looking a bit ropey, but in France they're doing all right, I guess. And we'll see you guys next week on PSG's PSG Ints channel. I think by then Barcelona would have only played one game, and same with PSG as well. So maybe not much to talk about, but more so just aftermath of everything this week, the Clasico and stuff like that. But yeah, any final words you want to mention?
And then looking ahead the UCL games.
Yeah.
My final words are: the Madrid banter era is in full motion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
with the super
let's
team,
continue
with the super team and Galacticos.
The banter era will end when Vinny leaves.
I'll tell you this: the banter era will
will become serious.
I'll tell you this: the banter era will only last a season with Madrid because they'll just bounce back like they always do. Same with Barcelona as well. We had a banter era, bounce back, a little bit of banter, bounce back again. Madrid have it all the sometimes as well because when we're on top, they're having their banter era. So it only lasts this season, but
yeah.
I predicted it. People, you can go see my post. I bookmarked this. I'll bring it up at the end of the season where someone, when the day Mbappe was presented at Real Madrid, someone said, "How many goals and assists will Mbappe get?" I said, "In La Liga, he will get 8 goals and 4 assists." I bookmarked it because I knew I was gonna be right. He's on 6 goals now, so I need only 2 more goals for the rest of the season. But the point is that I was making was he's gonna have a stinker, and it's obvious when you have these too many star players like this. And remember, have you seen the pictures of the start before the start of the game in the Clasico? How Barcelona were all in a team, Madrid were all kind of scattered.
Yeah.
That's my summary right there. So, anyways, we'll see you guys next time on the next episode of Blaugrana and Parisien. Take care. Forza Barca.